Okay. I'm still having issues with the what do you call it? My camera still looks like it's lagging to me. It's still lagging. Okay, so I think that's just how it is. Is my audio still good though? Or is it looking like that's also hot dog water? The audio is great. Okay. I apologize then in advance for the poor video quality. I know the VOD is going to be terrible and Finn is probably going to he's still going to listen to it, but I know but I've said really most of what I need to say anyways. It's just a catch up thing. That being said, okay. So now that I'm back, he said I'm just like chill with everyone. Lee's a real one for that. Lee's always been a real one though. Um, that being said, even on chat, I'm gonna be here. Yep. Jazz rebuilds are crazy at times. Yeah, that's true logic for sure. I mean, it's the NBA is always an interesting place just because really anything can happen. At the drop of a hat, things change very sporadically, and people aren't always as evenly keeled, and things are never always what they appear to be, even from the standpoint of being like team owners and everything like that. Like even their roles are a lot more not frivolous, but like a lot more like up in the air than people actually realize that they are. Let me go and say hi. Anybody else that joins, I apologize for the lag time. Yeah. Open this as well. Oh, I can't. I'll just leave that there. I refuse to think the Jazz will purposely tank a full year because it doesn't give a winning culture. Yeah, that's why I say that if they make the decision to go ahead and cut anything off, they should definitely wait at the very least until the trade deadline to see where they're at because they need to give it a genuine effort and genuinely push themselves to be the best team that they can possibly be at this point in time, regardless of how difficult it could potentially be in the long run. Because if you just completely quit on things to begin with, it makes things a lot more difficult long term to convince people that you're capable of winning. If you've never done it before, learning how to win is a lot more difficult. So if you're going to end up losing games anyways, you want to at the very least fight to try and stay in those games. So that way, if things don't pan out the way you want them to, and you still end up winning and you still end up losing those games, at least they know what it's like to work cohesively and get the job done to the best of their abilities. And then when more help is available to them and they have a better sense of team chemistry, they understand each other's games better, and they just have the sense of camaraderie and the coaches obviously game plan better, you'll win more games when the time truly comes. Um, let's see. Coach Hardy wants to win. Danny wants to lose. I could see that. If you remember last year, Clarkson had a finger injury, was supposed to be out like a week, and he missed over 2 months. Yeah, yeah. I wonder what was that play there. 76 are an actual representation of how bad tanking can be until recent years. Yeah, I remember when the process was fresh. I used to believe in Jahlil Okafor, but the NBA literally moved from under his legs. Like if he was drafted back in the 90s, Jahlil Okafor would be a dog, like an absolute animal. But because he was drafted in today's modern NBA and he just didn't have that jumper, he had a polished offensive game. He just didn't have a jumper. and that was like one of those things. He said not blaming Clarkson. He wanted to play. It was Danny's fault. Yeah, Danny shut down most of the starters once they realized they weren't going to have an opportunity to really make a playoff push there. That's how Chris Dunn ended up getting really his guaranteed contract that went towards this year because he played stellar in those games when those guys were shut down. Which, credit to them, but it's just a matter of time for real. Yeah. But I look at it as they only lost by 3 because compared to how they played the first time, you really wouldn't expect that team and this team are night and day of each other. Now the defense was still was shoddy at times, but overall, the offense was able to keep up with the juggernaut system that the Suns had, which I think is very impressive, to be quite frank. What happened with one? Yeah, he said Jazz lost by 3 to the Suns. Yes, sir. So many consider the Oklahoma and Cleveland and Cowboys join the Warriors. Hope he never wins anything. She saved our challenge for the offensive foul on George. Just got to keep going, man. Let me see. Always have Sunday to look forward to. That is true. That is true. Unlike Durant, he's a villain. I always root against him. In my opinion, he's a villain. He worked the NBA by joining the Warriors. Oh, we beat the Lakers so bad. I want to be able to advance to tourney. Yeah, even if we do end up being the wild card team, I just want to be able to, make it to the next stage. Keep playing meaningful games. Get these guys a taste of. I mean, this year is probably going to be the closest to like genuine playoff action that this Jazz team does get, unless they significantly right the ship and just start beating out teams that are in the plan for the Western Conference. Which is possible, but it's gonna take a lot of work for them to be able to do that. And jokes aside, I'm not 100% sure how likely it is that they're able to do it, but whatever the case may be, they're going to put their best foot forward, I believe, and try and put themselves in the best position to consistently win across a large sample size of games. So until that happens, though, this in season tournament is going to be the closest thing that a lot of the younger guys have to relate to like a playoff type atmosphere where it's like kind of similar to the um March Madness where it's win or go home. Like now's the time to show out, get your money. If you really think that you can win it, let's go ahead and knock this thing out the park, kind of thing. Jazz got to dial in and go into every game like Game 7 tonight was. Yeah, they really wanted this win today, even though they didn't get it. Still look nice. Size people. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that. I believe that. Especially the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves have already been surprising me. I didn't really. I don't think being the wild card is realistic anymore. Our point differential is too low. We have to win over our group straight up. So we need to beat the other Lakers and the Suns. If we blow out the Lakers, I guess we'll be a wild card. I thought the top of each bracket automatically made it, and there was two wild cards. Is it two? Then I get 10-person playoff though. Maybe I'm wrong. Somebody let me know. One wild card. So it's just the three. It's just the three from each from the top three from all three divisions in both the East and the West, and then one wild card apiece for it. That's wild, actually. Like that's a whole lot. Goodness. Yeah, it's wild. Three winner. That's it's gonna be interesting to see how the playoff atmosphere fills out then. I thought it was a couple more teams than that. But if that's all that they have to work with, it should make things very interesting. And obviously, being single elimination at that point, it's going to get real spicy. But I like that. I like it. The NBA needed something to change things up a little bit. And I think this is the exact thing that they were waiting for or hoping for at the very least. So things will get a little bit hairy here and there. But overall, I think it should go pretty smooth. How come teams, people are say are bad randomly do good? It just happens. It just happens sometimes. The NBA, the basketball is a game of runs. That's what I found them to be the most true. So a lot of things can happen that weren't originally supposed to happen. Um, winning choke against the Grizzlies on our point differential would have been by far the best. Yeah, we've been in great shape. Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. Best thing Jazz didn't give up too much in the point differential to the Suns. Yep, logic. Yeah, that's probably the best thing about keeping it close. Because yeah, you lost, but at the end of the day, it didn't hit you nearly as hard as it probably would have in the past if y'all met for the first time, as y'all did before. Are Grizzlies still good? They'll be decent when Ja comes back, but for now they're struggling too much and they don't have the pure center or pure point like leadership type point guard to go ahead and push them to the next realm just yet. Lakers are plus 38 now. We are plus 19, meaning we get in a three-way tie with the Suns. I have to beat the Lakers by at least 10. Fair, 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 fair. Definitely reasonable. Definitely reasonable. I understand the general principle of it nowadays, just a little bit better. Before I was a little bit kind of. I'm not. I'm not gonna say I was completely clueless, but I was pretty not on the same page as everybody else was. If that makes sense. Our Cavs and Celtics friends or rivals at this point. Yeah, rivals for sure. Um, you change answer to the call. Hey, don't know. My team. Um, the NBA has just always been an interesting place to me. I don't know why. It's hard to explain. But things have been pretty good overall for us, I must say. Was there anything else anybody wanted to talk about real quick before we close this night out? I know it's only 1:46 over here for me, so that means it's like 11:46 for y'all. If you're in Utah area, if you're on the West Coast, then obviously it's 10:46. So this seems like an early night for you, but for me, it's just another big one. Um, LeBron James made it interesting to me. Yeah. Oh man, I'm here too late. I won't be on Sunday night because I do have to work my security job. You know, because bills. But when is the next game after Sunday, guys? Let's go ahead and sort this out real quick. Um, Dodgers. Tuesday? Yeah, yeah. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday. I'm probably not gonna be off that Saturday. I don't think I'm gonna. I'm going to say I just don't have the money to be off that Saturday, basically. But so I won't be able to stream this Jazz against this next game against the Suns, or it's not for the tourney. But I will be going live at probably at halftime Tuesday for the Jazz game and Wednesday for the Jazz game. Saturday probably not, but then next week that Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm gonna be rolling with it again. Basically any weekday. If it's Monday through Friday, count me in. Usually I'll put a community post down to ask you guys how you're feeling about it, what's going on with the game, what y'all think, where y'all heads are at. And we can use that as a chat up until I do start the stream. Usually I try to start at halftime. Today I know I was a couple minutes later or a couple minutes into the third quarter before I actually got it up and running. And honestly, I probably should have just waited looking at how my screen is still lagging in this very moment. But you win some, you lose some. And it seems like despite it all, some of the guys still enjoy like, having this stuff happen or just being able to be part of the stream. I think versus the Lakers. Yep. I would like to talk to you. Man, you're a chill guy. Seem like NBA buddy on a format like this. You're a Jazz fan. Is that your home team? I'm actually in North Carolina, but I am a Jazz fan. Yeah. Yeah. They've converted me along with the assistance of the players that I like going to that team, along with me enjoying Danny Ainge's general management style, believing in Will Hardy as a coach, and then just the culture of me being a content creator and the fan base of the Jazz just being accepting of me for the fact that they don't have very many um content creators that focus on them specifically. It really makes no I don't really take issue with being that guy for them. Now I know I'm an acquired taste because I am a really laid back individual. I don't talk super animated. I don't move my hands all over the place. um and I'm not as strenuous. I know some people they don't have they'll talk during their live streams and they don't let anybody interrupt. I know some people they'll force you to be like a member or donate in order to participate in them. I'm not one of those guys. I'm just one of those like if you have um if you feel like the content is worth you spending money on and if it's worth a donation, I'll always put the donate link like you'll see it's pinned at the top. I'll try to always have that in there. Or you could become a channel member and catch the videos a little earlier before everybody else's drop, before it drops to everybody else. But by and large, I just want to have the guys come in here, have fun, chat it up because there's not enough enjoyable spaces for Jazz fans to do that, honestly. I haven't seen any other content creator that does it. Now, maybe I could be wrong, right? But I haven't seen anybody else do a live stream and just have people just chatting about something, about the games and whatnot. But that's just my thing. Um, let's see. You said what's the North Carolina team? The Hornets? Yes, the Charlotte Hornets. Yes, sir. Daddy is a great trader, but he's absolutely horrible at winning because he already his picks. Well, that's why Danny's not a coach. I'll say that. He is great at facilitating trades and finding pieces that most people wouldn't expect to get. He does really value draft picks, but like we saw with the Celtics when they brought in Gordon Hayward and Kyrie Irving, and that was supposed to like solve the problem and help push the timeline ahead, and it just didn't. Those sorts of things happen, but at the same time, it gave the opportunity for other things to occur for that team. So I got to give him his credit where credit is due and say that while he wouldn't ideally be a great coach, he knows talent when he sees talent and he goes out and gets it. Hence also why they were able to nab John Collins from the Atlanta Hawks this past offseason for bits and pieces that they weren't even going to use. So Rudy Gay wasn't going to fit well in this rotation right here, just to be honest. Um, but I guess Taylor Hendricks would play in that case because he'd be forced to. Mm, it's just a weird situation, but I mean, things can change on a daily basis. They can change on a game-to-game basis. They can change on a weekly or monthly basis. It just really depends on how things go. But at the end of the day, he is one of those front office guys that genuinely cares about the people and wants his team to win at the end of the day. He said, "I'm sad the Jazz lost to a villain, Kevin Durant. Villain must be defeated." I'm weak. Got Sunday. I'll probably just make like a community post on Sunday and just chat with y'all about the game. Cause I would stream like off of my phone, but um the connection could be a little bit weird. And then I know I'm gonna go in some areas where like I just blatantly have no connection at all. So I don't want everybody to be subjected to that, thinking that I'm gonna be live the whole time and then it keeps cutting out and I have to do, 4, 5, 6 different stream videos. That's just a lot of work and it's not fair to everybody that just wants to sit back and enjoy things. But I just really want to make the playoffs becoming less and less likely. I'm still holding out hope, man. I give it 30 games before I sit there and I have to look at myself in the mirror one morning and I say, this is just who they're going to be. Like when that happens, I'll accept it perfectly fine, but I don't want to accept it just yet because I don't think we're quite there yet. But who's to say, man? Who's to say? Oh, real quick. Between yeah, they're definitely fighting. Tayton, Logic, do me a favor real quick. I need a topic for my video tomorrow. I'm not going to record it tonight when I get off, but I am going to record it tomorrow before I go into my third shift job. I need 2 video topics if you happen to have anything in mind, preferably regarding the Jazz, just so that I can get the views up and get the watch hours so I can get to reach those monetization standards quicker and get some more of those Jazz fans on board with the rest of the gang. Easy make the playoffs. Then go like quarter of the picks. Well, or anybody in the chat really. Just any topic idea. Jazz beat. I got one. Should John Collins be backup center to Walker Kessler when he returns? Interesting. Interestingly, hold on, let me. Lee, hey, with that one, let me go ahead and take a picture of this with my cell phone so I remember it. I'm gonna crop that too to make sure I don't lose it. Um, I think Lee really ate with that one. Low key. The Jazz could definitely use it, but they also have Big Yurt, and I feel like Big Yurt hasn't been given his fair shake in regular season games. I think he's capable of playing well. They just need to give him the actual, like, even if it's just 10 to 15 minutes, right? Just something like that, just to get his feet wet and show them that he's really a guy that can be depended upon. Mm, some defense work for the Utah Jazz. The zone defense, that's a good one too. How big is Hendricks? 6'9", 215, if memory serves me right. I believe. What the hell are we doing? Yeah, I'm stealing that one as two as well. By the way, thank you, sir. You're a gentleman and a scholar. In the words of my father. um, Do we swing on him against the Suns next game? It's still downcast. Video topic. What the fuck was Danny? Thunder King recruits here 7 doesn't even play him. Kessler. Yeah. I had one video planned that I was gonna do. It was called, I had the thumbnail for it. Hold on, let me see if it's on my desktop real quick. It only take me about half a second to check. It was called Danny Did It Better, comparing the Jazz GM to the Trailblazers GM, basically when they made their blockbusters trades, what they managed to flip all their pieces for and turn them into, still saying that Danny still got the most out of everything. But I scrapped the video because it was going to take a minute to make, and I didn't think that a lot of people would actually enjoy it. So I just didn't make it. Got the thumbnail for it though. Maybe I'll get into it later on this season. Like to see here's having played with a smarter coaching decision than Danny Ainge. Yeah. They have no interior defense at times too. We can do it. Possibly Hendricks in year 7. Been listening in the background while I figure this stream stuff out, but I think I figured it out. May see you later. If you're still streaming, my guy, have a good night, morning. I'll see you, Zach. Be easy, man. Have fun with your action. Like Danny did a better idea. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Sure, by all means, Tatum. Tatum, you have me on IG too, right? I think you do. You definitely do. I'm like 92% sure you do. Yeah, just DM me. Mm-hmm. Later did. Danny just as Danny. Great too. Thank you. Yep. Danny and Justin Zanuck. Yep. I feel like that video, I low key might get my editor to help me with just with like charting of all the movements of the pieces. I think he would have a little fun. I would just have to come up with probably if I can because he charges me like $3.50 per minute of footage. So usually that's honestly why I cut my videos down from 10 minutes down to like 7-ish. Cause I can just go to work like an extra 2 hours and usually cover whatever video I wanted him to edit. So what I'll probably do is make the video like 8 minutes. So it'll run me about like $26, I think, to make the video. And immediately I won't get $26 back from it just because, I don't just yet. But January time, probably will. Let's see. Trade back to the insane. Some guy on Facebook said the Jazz might return Gobert. Return for Gobert was horrible. They didn't get much trouble in his trade. It's the ideal package. What? That's a different trade package. He didn't say anything. Interesting. Yeah, definitely DM me, Tatum. Sorry, I've been playing 2K with my brothers. No, you're good, Tyson. Yeah, we just been in here chatting. You know how we do, man. You know how we do. Jazz and Blazers both did something similar, made trades to where the pick projections will be getting better as their teams get better instead of picks getting worse as they get better. Bless you, thank you, welcome. You got a Cleveland jersey in the background. You like Cleveland? Well, I love Colin Sexton. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, you're good, Tyson. Yeah, 100%. Just got Kevin Durant. So whoever said that on Facebook is smoking something, I wish I had to smoke. There was yeah, man. It's fun. It's fun in its own way. So, to say, are trades unfair sometimes? Oh yeah, for sure. Trades are definitely unfair sometimes. It depends on what team is trading and what team they're trading with. Whoever initiates it and who is accepting of it. Those two things determine how unfair a trade can truly be because some people just don't value a player as high as other teams do. And then some players are overvalued and then they don't produce up to the standard that was expected when other like more valuable assets were traded for them. Okay. No, you're good, man. I'll put it this way in trade. You can't break a dollar into four quarters in the NBA and call it even. Who's a young star we should aim for does it become if one does become available? I mean, a lot of people are talking about Hallie, but we know that's not something that's feasible. Um, I'm interested to see how long Brandon Ingram stays with the Pelicans. I know I've never said that before, but I'm just kind of interested. I don't know how good or bad that fit would be because he's kind of selfish at times, but he's an efficient scorer. He has more playmaking than any of the forwards that we have right now, but you would have to pay the man. That's the other overarching issue. Mm, there's nobody that really comes to mind if I'm being honest. I don't know. Obviously, like your Tyus Jones is like just a pure point, but with the way Keontae's playing, it kind of negates the necessity for them because you can just let Keontae grow into that role. Play Chris Dunn a couple more minutes if you think he needs somebody to like lead him along the way. Fuck the managers now, the coaching the players all have to talk about a common agreement. So basically, there is an agreement system, but right now, obviously, Durant is with Phoenix, and we're waiting to see how long he stays there, or how long he plans on just still playing in there. Yeah, started on the Supersonics, moved to Oklahoma. Yep. Hmm. But yeah, man. Yeah, I just saw the thing, so I had to get on it, man. Probably Oklahoma was better for Durant. Yeah. Well, it is indeed a bit late, actually. It is 2 a.m. for me. So fair. It's understandable. Move the first time. K-State, Oklahoma. I think it was at least one there. Yeah, low key. Uh, following the development paths of everybody. I would agree with Lee. That being said, I think it's about that time, gentlemen. Time to get us some rest. Because boy, I'm tired. I don't know where that second burst of energy that allowed me to sit there and like just sit comfortably right here was crazy. Um, but it was definitely still fun. I'm definitely extremely fatigued. I don't know where the fatigue's coming from, if I'm being honest. But you know how it be. I just love you saw too many names. Yep. Being Supersonic's back. Yep. It makes things interesting. Lack of sleep. Yeah, definitely a bit of that. One of my friends is really going well, two of my friends are really going through it lately. That combined with my car troubles, found out that the headlight is going to run me an extra $100 that I didn't have before, but it's okay. They're mostly done with the other repairs, so that we're just waiting for the headlight to actually get in. I dropped off some money over there so that they could pay for the part upon its delivery. And then it's looking like originally the process was supposed to take like 3 or 4 days total to fix everything, but obviously they had to find a headlight. So that 4 days is turning into like 15ish, 16ish. Um, yeah. But hopefully it is Saturday for us right now. So next Saturday is the tentative date for when it should be good to go. So I'll be back in mind. So we'll be good. We'll be green. We'll be green. As I always say, we're not gonna win today. We might not win tomorrow, but one day we're gonna win. We're on that way though. We're on that way, boys. But yeah, definitely a lack of sleep too, Lee. You're definitely not wrong. Move his sons to Vegas so they become Vegas sons. Be interesting. Go live. I don't want to miss you tomorrow. When do you go live tomorrow? So I won't actually be live on tomorrow. I believe who was I talking to in chat earlier? Somebody said that they might be trying to stream today. But that being said, I will be live Tuesday. Tuesday at halftime for the Jazz game. I will be live. At halftime, I'll be cutting my live on. And if I'm running behind, I'm still going to be cutting on like around that time. The Phoenix or plural Phoenixes. I guess Bill, sorry about that. It's 2 a.m. for me. Okay, so yeah, you're on the East Coast with me then. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Zachary, yeah, it was. It was, yeah. I got to tune into his to see if he gets his thing underway. But yes, sir. Appreciate all that you guys do. Thanks for sticking it out with me. I know the video was lagging. I hope the experience wasn't too tainted by it. Tried to still make the most of it, what we could do with what we had. And yeah, I just appreciate you guys hanging out and hope you guys enjoyed the video. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, I'm going to drop this down a little bit. Thanks for tuning into the live stream. As always, make sure to like the video, comment your thoughts down below, subscribe if you haven't already, turn on those post notifications if you haven't already. If you'd like to, go ahead and become a member. That's only really the next step, man. With that being said, as always, good morning, good evening, good night, no matter where you are on the globe watching. Thanks for tuning into this live stream, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.